Hello, welcome. This is a bit of a special one today. So, this is, technically speaking, a game of Majestic 13. Now, also today, I will have released the normal game of Majestic 13, which I mistakenly thought was a normal game, but instead I had miscalculated and it should have been a challenge game, the Team Rating 12 Striking Back challenge game. Now, the reason I think I didn't register is because, and if Adam or Vince watch this, I love playing those Majestic 13 games. I love the single alien. I love the way the aliens work, the AI. There's a lot going on, which I'm not wired for, but I really enjoy those games. But I really don't like the challenge missions. The challenge missions just don't click for me. There's too much opposition, there's too much for me to do as a solo gamer, and there's too many mechanics running simultaneously, and I don't like them. And I think the energy in the game, if you just watch it, comes out that I'm just not happy. So what I did was, I went to work the next day, and I had a chat to ChatGPT, and between ChatGPT and I, we tried to abstract some of the rules for Majestic 13 to make it player focused. So the aliens don't make rolls, only the players roll. Just an example of what I mean. So instead of the aliens rolling to hit a player, the player will roll a dodge. So I worked out what GPT worked out and mocked my lack of mathematical knowledge of what the average seemed to be around 60% hit for an alien to hit a player. And we just reverse engineered that. So for example, instead of the alien rolling their attack plus a d20 versus the player's defense, if you take 9 from the player's defense, so defense of say 33, take 9 from that, leaving 24. 24 plus a d20 versus the alien's attack, say 24, plus 11, the average of a d20. That seems to work out as about 60%, and the averaging of hitting seems to work out around 60%. So I'm going to, I've talked for 2.5 minutes now, but I'm going to attempt to do the same mission, which is mission 12, the strike back mission, using an abstracted form. So all of the aliens will only get 1 attack, so we're not going to use multiple attacks within a round. I was trying to think, because they do have area attacks, so they're grenades, how to do that. And so what my thinking was, and do whack in the comments any of your thoughts. I haven't trialed any of this. This is trialing live with you. I haven't done it yet. I've only thought how it might work, and we will see if this works or not. And if it doesn't, then I'll put this up and you can see how foolish I am. But if it does work, maybe you can take them and run with it, and together in the comments or somewhere else we can discuss how this might work. Standard, please hit the thumb if you like what I'm doing. Please hit subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and of course comment. So yes, initiative order will be the same as normal. I've got the aliens are just going to be, we have the strike team, there's 6 strike team, there's 2 drones. The reality is with the terrain, I don't know if it makes much of a difference this far in. Because the aliens have got such a dexterity, they can basically get anywhere and hit from anywhere. There might be some cover involved, but I think that's far and few between. And so I haven't abstracted cover at all. I'm assuming no one's going to get cover because we've also practically everyone in the team has modifications to avoid cover at the moment. So there is no cover at this point in the game. They can go anywhere, we can hit from anywhere. And we'll play it around like that. So we'll start at round 1. Also what we'll do, we will do foobar, and we will roll the foobar table, but the only things that will probably count, we'll see what rolls and we'll see if we decide to count it or not, but highly likely, even if it rolls, we won't count it at all. And instead we'll just say civilians turned up and we lose 1 XP from everyone. We'll just do it that way. So, top of the table, round 1. We have our initiative order, which we have Cap on 23, Speedy on 22. The strike team would normally go on 21, But because we have, oh, there we go. Because we have the urban infiltration base, they get a -5 initiative on their first round. So instead, they're going to go on 16 and 11. Then we have the defenses from this mission. I don't know if you remember, you can watch the main game. We're attacking their base. They have defenses on initiative 20. Their defenses will attack us. But again, I think it's a fortitude roll for each of the team members. So it's still player focused rolls. Then we'll have tank going on 19. Then normally the weird drone things, the destroyer drones will go, which is the aliens. Then we'll have dock and then snipes. For each of the aliens, when they're going to attack, we will randomly roll which team member they attack, and then we'll do it that way. So, top of the turn, round one. So Cap. Cap will go first. Cap, we will say, is going to be able to get into a position because Cap has a dexterity of 12, and we'll be able to set up, and the areas, I'll put this map up on the screen at the beginning, but I won't leave it there too long. Buy the book. It's very good. Buy it, drive-through RPG that you can do a print on demand. It comes out all bright and shiny and lovely. I'm looking a lot less dog-eared than this because I've used it extensively. Very nice, nice layout. Imagery goes bang on with everything. Buy the book. I'll put the link in the thing. It's probably in there anyway. Buy the book. So Cap will attack one of the drones because that's probably the best thing to go for. Cap has got, so the drone has a defense of 26. Cap's got all the shenanigans. He has a 20 plus 2 because of his targeting assist, giving a 22. He needs to hit a 26. He got an 11, so he hits. He does 4d6 plus 2. Or at the end of this mission, if we fail this, which we're bound to fail this because we always fail these, our base gets blown up, doing 10, doing 17, 18, 19 points against drone 2. Now, does drone 2 have anything? 19 points would leave it on 41, but it's got special, see I can even remember this because it's got special plasmatic armor, which will give it 4 points back. Hold on. So if it suffers more than 20 points of damage in a single attack since last activation, or is below 50% of total hit points, did not use defense protocol for the last turn, it will use the action instead. What's defense protocol? Oh, it heals. So instead of doing anything else, it will heal. And gain +1 bonus until its next activation. So if it takes 20% or more, so we're going to only say, so this says if it takes 20% or more, or it's below 50% of hits point totals, that's because it's assuming it's going to have multiple turns per go. What we will say is only if it takes 20% damage or more, basically to try and get it over and done with. Next we have Speedy. Speedy would standardly call in that drone attack, the advanced drones which comes from the base, which is a +19 attack against everyone. So the troopers have a defense of 27, so it being a 19 means we need, come on, it's 8s. I was just trying to buy my time. So against the first shock trooper, it's a hit. Second shock trooper is a hit. Third shock trooper is a miss. Fourth shock trooper is a miss. Fifth shock trooper is a hit. Sixth shock trooper is a hit. So third and fourth was miss. First, second, and fifth and sixth is hits, and it's 5d6 straight, I do believe. So against the first one is 10. Damn, 20 points of damage, leaving the first one on 10. Second one is 12, 14, 19, 22, leaving it on 8. The fifth one is 15, is 20, leaving it on 10. The sixth one is 10, is 22, leaving it on 8. Then we have against the two drones. Drone 1 will be red, drone 2 will be green, and this time we only need, so we need to hit 26, that's 7s, well done. We have an 18 and 11, so both get hit. So the first one, which has 45 hit points left, takes 10, 18, -4, takes 14. so that leaves it on 31 hit points. And the next one takes 10, 12. 12 minus 4 being 8, leaving it on 58 hit points. So that's Speedy's go, where all the drones swoop in and attack all of the enemies. So normally it would be the strike team, but they don't get to go now. Now it's the defences. Now the defences, we have to make dex checks at 20. So we'll go down the list. So we'll have Cap is red, Speedy is green. I think that's a foul and foul. That's a foul and a foul. So they both take, oh, they've got the armour, so the armour will take hits for that. Then we've got Tank and Doc. Tank reds, Tank would be a pass, and Doc would be a pass. That's be 20 and 20, yep. And then finally we have Speedy, who only has an 8 dexterity. With 2, that's a foul. So taking 2d6, taking 5 points, but that's the armour absorbs it. So that was the defences. Now we have Tank. Tank has his heavy repeater. He also has targeting assist, sighting, HUD, and he's got some body armour. So Tank will attempt to shoot. He's got -2 to hit, so he has 14s. He will target one of the strike team that only has 8 hit points. What's his dexterity? He's only got a dexterity of 8. So to make sure that he can get, okay, so he will either, here we go. So if your dexterity is below a certain level, let's say dex lower than 15. So that would be, so if your dex is lower than 15, you have to make a 15 dex check. What percentage is that? That's quite a low percentage of success. That's okay. You have to make a 15 dex check, or you random, and you can target your enemy, or you randomly, your enemy gets randomly picked. Okay, so Tank needs to get, so he's got an 8, so Tank can target his enemy, in which case he's going to shoot the shock trooper number 2 that only has 8 hit points. Tank has 14s, he needs to hit 27s. That's 24, so Tank misses. We will not give them the Ravager auto hits because I think they're going to probably rip us apart anyway. Normally next to the drones would go. Now we have Doc. What's Doc's dex? Doc's dexterity is, so that was if it was under 15, that means all of them would have to have done that. Okay, under 15 doesn't work. Under 13. What's Doc's? Doc's is 13, so we'll have under 13, so that means even Cat would have to auto. Yeah, alright, that seems fair. Is that where, what's the minimum that you get a bonus thing for dexterity? 15. Okay, so 15 plus, you get additional stuff with dexterity. So we'll keep it at 15. So all of them are going to have to roll dex checks to target who they want to target because their dexes are too low. So that was Tank. So now we've got Doc. Doc needs to make, need to roll 2 or more. 2, so he can target. He will target the Shock Trooper 2 to try and knock Shock Trooper 2 out. So he doesn't have the cover bonus thing, but he is using a energy rifle. So he has 19s. He needs to roll 8s to hit. 8 exactly. That's a bit lucky. Can you see these? Yes, you can. So he rolls 2d6 damage. No -4 because it's an energy weapon. He rolls 5, which leaves it on 3 hit points, and it's still alive. Doc. Now we have the strike team gets to go. Okay. So each member of the strike team, so they have got, if I remember the Ravager sort of AI, because they have grenades and they also have pulse rifles. So for area attacks, what I was thinking is, I think I said this, but if I didn't, I'll say it now. The captain of the team needs to make a combat check. So the hardest one I think I remember seeing at this tier is 28. So Cap needs to make a 20 without its plus bonus, without using Cap's plus bonus from the gun, a 28 combat check, or they can target randomly a D2 +1 people with one of the grenades. So Cap is going to attempt to get people to maneuver out of the way so they're all dispersed. He's got a 20, he needs to roll 8s. He's got a 10, so they cannot use area attacks. Grenades this turn. Cap has positioned people in an intelligent way, so instead they will use pulse rifle attacks. So each one will randomly roll a d10 and then target that person. So the first shock trooper targets Cap, get Cap out of the picture. So it has a plus 24. So we go 24 plus 11 is 35. We need to roll a 24 plus a d20 and try and get 35. Failing, so Cap gets shot. So Cap takes 2d6 plus 1. If I roll a 1, that counts as they've got a crit. So they get 7 points on Cap, taking Cap to 20 hit points. The next one will shoot at Cap again. Cap, so that's a 24, so Cap needs to reach a 35, and he's got a 20, so 24. I'm going to write 24 next, this as I remember. So that's a 24. So 24, and he needs to defend against 35, exactly 35. So Cap dodges that attack. The next one attacks. Oh, actually, I could do that. Actually, it's easier. So that's a 4. It's easier if I roll them together, wouldn't it? 7. I think that's gonna fail. So 4 is 1, 2, 3, 4 is Speedy. Speedy instead has got 23 as his defense. So that gives a 30. So Speedy gets shot. Doing 6 points against Speedy, putting Speedy on 21. Now we have the third. No, we have the fourth one, don't we? So the fourth one, might as well roll them all together. He's going to attack Snipes. Snipes has a 24. That is going to come to a 31, which isn't enough. So Snipes takes 5 hit points, putting him on 20. Number 5 is going to attack number 3, which is Tank. Tank has a defense of 24 as well, so that gives us to 23, which means it's not enough. Yep, that's not enough. Double check everything. Yep, that's not enough. So Tank takes 4, 5, 6, 7 hit points. Tank hasn't been hit yet, so the armor absorbs it. And finally, the last shock trooper maneuvers behind one of the walls, open fire on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on Doc. Doc very skillfully, that's definitely going to be a dodge, isn't it? So Doc has a 23, which would give us much more than the 35. So Doc dives to the ground, closely dodging the hailing plasma fire that comes spinning over Doc's head. The drones, now it says with the drones that they have a missile barrage. If the false drone did not attack with its missile barrage during its last activation, it will use it this time. So everybody needs to make fort checks of 19, or they're all going to take 2d6 damage. So we might as well go like this. So fort of 12 and 12 for Cap and Speedy. So 2 passes because it needs to be 19. Fort of 4 for Tank and 14 for Doc. Tank is reds. 19 pass and 19 pass. And then we have Speedy, who has a fort of 10. Speedy passes only just. So missiles come piling out from the first drone and scatter around, and everyone dives for cover. Now let's see if the second drone can catch anyone. So forts 12 and 12, reds is Cap. Cap passes, Speedy fails. So Speedy takes, this is missile barrage, 2d6 damage, and Speedy is stunned. And Speedy takes 2d6 damage, taking 11 points of damage, putting Speedy on 10 hit points. Next we have Tank and Doc. So Tank is reds, Doc is greens. Tank has 4 fortitude, so Tank passes. That we will say is an auto fail. So Doc auto fails. There's no crit for one of these. so takes 2d6, takes 5 hit points. Doc hasn't been hit yet for damage, and so I'm going to say Doc isn't stunned because he didn't take any damage. And then finally we have Snipes. Nat 20, Snipes passes. So that was the drones all going off. And then finally we have Snipes. Snipes has a dex of 8, so Snipes needs to make I think so. Snipes needs to make 15. Yes, passes, so Snipes can target who he wants to, and Snipes is going to target the shock trooper who has only got 3 hit points left. He's definitely going to hit. So Snipes has 27, so he needs to roll everything but a 1. So hits, doing 5d6 damage. 6, so definitely takes the damage. So that one comes out. Because of Cap's manoeuvring people, it explodes and doesn't able to catch anyone in its blast. And we've finished round 1. Let's see if Fubar goes off. Fubar does go off. Let's roll d20. 14. 14 for Fubar is Sudden Storm. All models have a maximum line of sight of 12 inches and cannot see other models more than 12 inches away. We could just make it that everyone needs to make a dex check. And so that means... Nah, we'll just ignore it and just keep... okay, no, we'll do dex checks. So everyone needs to make... No, sorry, it's overly complicates things. We'll just move on to round 2. Round 2. And in round 2, everyone goes normally. So we've got Cap. Cap is going to attempt to maneuver and try and shoot. Cap has a dex of 12, so Cap can target on someone. So Cap is going to target the shock trooper number 6, who only has 8 hit points. Cap needs to... Cap's got 22, making 29, which hits, doing 4d6, doing 5, doing 10 points. It only has 8 hit points left, so it is out. Now Cap needs to make a combat check, otherwise people are going to be caught. So Cap has a base combat of 20. That goes 32, which means that Cap can save. That means no one can be caught in an area attack this go. Speedy is stunned. Stunned is half movement, half attack. But instead, Speedy will attempt to call in the normal drones. This mission has +1 to call for aid. We're on round 2, so that's 3s. And we get +1 because of our base, I think. Maybe not. 3 + 3 is a 6, which means it gets called. That's a +25 attack. So, +25 against everything, which means anything but 2s against the shock troopers. We have shock trooper 1 that's standing, hits. Shock trooper 3 is standing, hits. Shock trooper 4 is standing, hits. Shock trooper 5 is standing, misses. So 1, 3 and 4 get hit by 5d6. We're just going to call it 5d6. 5, 9, 12, 15. So shock trooper 1 goes down. Shock trooper 3 gets hit. So what's that? 10, 15, 16. 16 leaves him on 14 hit points. Shock trooper 4 is 5, 10, 12, leaves him on 18 hit points. And then we have the 2 drones. Red is drone 1, green is drone 2. So that would be a 35 and a yes, definitely hits. So drone 1 takes 5, 9, 12 hit points, leaving it on 19, I think. And shock trooper and drone 2 takes 3, 4, 9 hit points, leaving it on 49. So that was Speedy, who called in the defences. Now we have the strike team. Now we have 3 members of the strike team still standing. All of the strike team have a 27 dex. So, no, we didn't. We said we weren't doing that, didn't we, with the range. We said we're going to skip that. So instead they're just going to attack. So Cap succeeded, so they don't have area attacks. So number 3 will target, let's see, who's got the lowest hit points? Speedy has the lowest hit points with 10 hit points remaining. So number 3 will target Speedy. So Speedy needs to make a 23 plus 14 is a 37. 37 succeeds in dodging. Yes. And then number 4 will also target Speedy. Speedy gets a 34, which I think is a miss. 34 misses. So 34 fails to dodge. Oh, they should have got 4 hit points. Not taking 4 hit points from that last thing. Oh well. So Speedy will take 2d6 plus 1. Taking 10 hit points, Speedy is taken out. Speedy is out. And the final one will target, it's going to be a 50-50 between Cap and Snipes. 1 to 5 is Cap. Here's Cap. We'll target Cap. Cap's got a 24. That's a 28, so that fails. So Cap takes 2d6 plus 1. Cap takes 5 hit points, putting Cap on 15 hit points and calling Cap the target from now on. Now we have the defenses. Everyone standing needs to make a 20 dex check. So that's Cap has a 12. Cap fails, so Cap takes 2d6 damage. Taking 11 points, leaving him on 4 hit points. And now he needs to make a 20 fault check, otherwise he's blinded. He has a fault of 12. That's 21, so Cap is not blinded. Next we have Tank has 4. Tank is reds. Tank fails. Doc passes. Tank takes 2d6 damage. Tank takes 3 points of damage. That's the first time, so he's on 16. And then he needs to make a fault check of 20. He passes, he only got a fault of 4. And then we have Snipes, who has a dex of 8. 17, so Snipes fails. Snipes takes 10 hit points, leaving him on 10 hit points. 11, which is a 21, so Snipes is not blinded. So no one got blinded, but Cap is only on 4 hit points and Tank is only on 10 from the defenses. Now it's Tank's go. Tank needs to get a dex check of 15 to target someone, which is, so 17, so Tank can target shock troop. No, Tank is going to, what can Tank? Tank can only do, Tank can do 3d6, so Tank could potentially kill Drone 1. So Tank is going to target Drone 1 with his repeater, which is 14s. Tank misses. Tank misses, and now the drones will go. The drones use their area attack. So now, how long are we going? Half an hour. So now, instead they'll use their pulse cannons. So let's say they'll randomly attack. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of them standing. 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's Doc. So it is going to attack Doc. It's got an attack of 26, so that's a 37. So Doc has got to try and save versus 37. So 20. No, Doc fails. Doc takes 3d6 plus 3. Doc. Oh, that's not bad. Doc takes 9 plus 3. Doc takes 12 hit points. It's his first injury, so Doc is left on 17. And Drone 2. Will randomly attack, so that would be Snipes, who has 10 hit points left. So Snipes has got a 24. That would be, what's that? That's a 42, so that's definitely safe. So Snipes hits the ground as this massive plasma blast splashes over the top of his head, missing. So that was the drones going there. Now we have Doc. Doc will attempt to maneuver. Doc needs to roll 2s. No, Doc fails, so Doc has to Doc can't target someone, he has to randomly, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the bottom drone, so drone 2, Doc randomly can get a shot on drone 2. What do I roll? A 3, that's not going to hit. That's a 22, so Doc fails to hit drone 2. And then we have Snipes. Snipes with his dex of 8, 17. So Snipes is going to target the Shock Trooper 5, who only has 10 hit points left. Snipes needs to roll anything but a 1. Snipes hits. Snipe does 5d6 plus 2. Oh, that's not very good. So that's 5, 10, 12. That's 14. But he did only have 10 hit points left. It's down. Okay, so that's the end of round 2. Round 3. Top of round 3. Cap is still up. Cap on 4 hit points will attempt to maneuver himself. He's got a dex of 12. Only Jess, 17. Cap is going to try and take a shot at drone 1, who has 19 hit points left. I don't think that's going to hit. Oh no, yes it will, because he's got 22, so that makes a 31. So that hits, doing 4d6, doing 12, 13, 18. Oh no, plus 2, 18, 19, 20. But minus 4 makes 16, leaving it on 3 hit points. Now it should go in extremis at 15. But it's not getting double, so I'm not going to. So it's still going to stay standing, but only on 3 hit points. Sorry, I've given you hardly any eye contact, have I, today? I've just been looking down at my piece of paper. Speedy is out. Now we've got the strike team. There are 2 members of the strike team still standing. We will. Shall we Yeah, we'll randomly. So we'll randomly have the strike team do a shot. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is against tank. Which tank fails to save, so that's a 3. There's no way to assess. Tank gets a 27, so that doesn't save. It means tank takes that's plus 1, isn't it? 11 hit points. Tank is left on 5 hit points. The next one, which is Shock Trooper 4, that's definitely a dodge. So that dodges. Who's that for? 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, that's going to be tank again. Attacking tank again. Tank dodges and doesn't get hit this time. That's the 2 shock troopers. Then we have the defenses, which is. I mean, this is. I mean, I don't know if anyone. Probably most people. If you're still there at this point, watching this and seeing how this works, after half an hour, can you put in the comments, "I saw this" or something, so as I know you watched this till the end. If no one does, then I won't do this again. But see, the thing, this is my thought. Sorry to interrupt, like the flow, and I know what we do. Oh, it's the defenses. Because for the story to flow, these missions have to be done. But setting up the table and playing it, does my head in. This, though fast and probably pointless waste of half an hour, at least. I'm not minding this, to be honest. I'm not minding it. You might be bored, but I'm not minding it. Anyway, the defences. Everyone needs to make a dex check at 20. So we've got Cap has got a 12. Cap passes. Speedy is out. Tank is still standing. Tank has a dex of 8. Tank fails. So Tank takes 2d6. This could put Tank out. This puts Tank out. Tank is out. Then we have Doc. Doc has a dex of 13. Doc passes. And then we have Snipes, who has a dex of 8. Snipes passes. So that's the defences. Then we have the tank. Now we have drones. Now the drones did shot attacks last time, so this time they will do their missile attacks, which means that everyone needs to make a fault check of 19. So we've got Cap has a 12. Cap passes. Who next is, next we've got Doc, has a 14. Doc passes, and then Snipes has a 10. Snipes fails. So Snipes gets caught in the missile barrage, taking 2d6 damage, taking 4 points of damage, putting Snipes on 6, and Snipes is stunned. Okay, so that was the drones with their air attack. Now we have Doc. Doc will attempt to shoot. Let's see. Drone 1 has only got 3 hit points, so Doc is going to attempt to shoot drone 1. So first, Doc needs to make a 15, otherwise it's going to be random. So Doc can. So Doc attempts to shoot drone 1. Oh, probably not. Which is, oh no, 19. So that's a 26, which is bang on what it needs to hit. Can do 2d6 and no minuses for armor, doing 6 hit points. So drone 1 goes up in smoke. Now Cap needs to make his 28, otherwise that might catch some people. That's 31, so he does it. So no one gets caught in the blast. So that was Doc, and finally we have Snipes. Snipes is stunned, so Snipes has to try and save for the stun, which a 19 will definitely save for the stun. So Snipes is no longer stunned. Snipes can now try and target. He has an 8. So Snipes has to randomly hit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because there's 3 standing. 6, which is the last drone. So Snipes will attempt to shoot the drone anything but a 1. Hits, even a 4 hits, he's got 27. So hits doing 5d6 plus 2. 8, 11, 15, 20, 22, leaving it on 27 hit points. And that was Snipes, and that's the end of round 3. So round 4 actually, this is looking more evenly matched, though they could still destroy us. Round 4. Round 4, top of the table, we have Cap. Cap is going to attempt to target someone. Cap has a dex of 12. Cap can maneuver himself into a position where he can shoot anyone he wants, in which case he's going to go for the drone that does the most damage and try and shoot that. He's got a 22, he needs to hit 26. He hits, doing 4d6 damage, doing 10, doing 17, plus 2, 18, 19, minus 4, doing 14, which leaves it on 13 hit points. Next we have the strike team. There's 2 of the strike team left. They will do their attack, randomly attacking someone, doing 1, 2, which is against Cap, a 20, which would be a critical save, isn't it? So Cap has got 20 plus, yeah. So Cap has critically saved against that attack. And then the second one will attempt to shoot. So really, I think I rolled a 1 against something, which that should have taken, he should have taken critical damage. I can't remember who it was, I'll have to look back on it. So Snipes has a 36. A 36 is a save because he needs 35. So Snipes saves against the strike team. Then we have the defenses. The defenses are, it's against a dex check against 20. So Cap has 12. Cap saves. Then we have Doc has a 13. Doc saves. And then we have Snipes is the last one standing. Snipes fails with a 16, taking 2d6 hit points. He has 6 left. Takes 6 hit points. Snipes goes down. That was the defenses. Then we have the drone. The drone is doing a 50-50 against Cap or Doc. And then we will see which one of the 2 is making the save. And this round, the drone is going to do a plasma shot, isn't it? So it's a 26. So we're saving against a 37. And it's doing 3d6 plus 3. Saving against the 37, It's gonna be against Doc. 5. It says 28, so Doc fails. Doc takes 9. Takes 12 hit points. Doc is now on 5 hit points. Is Doc blinded or anything? No. And so that is the drone. Now we have Doc. Doc is going to attempt to maneuver. He needs to roll. Yep, so Doc maneuvers. So Doc will target that drone that just shot him. Misses. So Doc misses the drone. And that is the end of round 4. Round 5. Cap will attempt to maneuver. Only just getting 15 exactly. Cap will also attempt to target that drone. Missing. No, 22 plus 4 is 26, which is exactly what Cap needs. Doing 4d6 plus 2, doing 12, 15, 16, 17, 18, doing 14. It's got 13 left, it goes down. Cap needs to make a 28, otherwise they're going to get caught in the blast. That's 34, so so Cap is instructing them to maneuver out the way, or him and Doc, to stay apart so they don't get hit. Strike team, 2 members of the strike team left, the drones are all out. So strike team member 1, we'll go 1 to 5 is Cap, 6 plus, so Cap 20, 30, so it goes to 33, which fails to dodge. Cap takes 3 d6 plus 1 takes 4 d6. Cap only has 4 remaining. Cap goes down. The last one can only go against Doc. Doc gets a 32, failing, taking 4, 5, 6, 7 hit points. Doc was only on 5 hit points. Doc goes down. So after 40 minutes, I don't remember how much that last game was. So in round 5, my abstracted had the same result. The team go down, but for some reason, even though that probably took longer, I didn't mind that. Maybe it's just because I used to be a programmer, and so I like playing with the numbers, and I like just the banging through it, but that didn't seem as bad and that seemed easier for me to I still miss stuff, I know I miss stuff, easier for me to hold it in my head of that going. So that is my alternate abstracted method for doing the challenge missions for Majestic 13 to find out what happens at the end. It's like, I can't remember what the name of it is. There's a method, so if rain stops play in a game of cricket, there's a mathematical method to try and work out who would actually win the game based on how many rounds are left, what the scoring averages was, various like that. I've attempted to do that basically. If anyone can remember what the name of that is, I can't remember what the name of it is. There's a certain method. It's the names of the mathematicians who came up with it. And there's, but the name changed in the late 90s or something, or the 2000s, because one of them died and someone else took over. But anyway, this is what I've attempted to do. I hope you enjoyed it. I think it worked. Same result at the end of the other mission, but I feel less drained of energy and more positive about the outcome. I'll post this up, see what you think. Let me know. Like if you liked, subscribe if you subscribed. Otherwise, I will see you next week for a more standard game of Majestic 13. Goodbye.